Grand Rising Soul Tribe, Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, shares, views, subscribes, comments, the generous donations in all forms, everything. I appreciate it all. We're going to ring bell, clear out the energy, and get right into the read. I'm starting a few minutes late. I slept in a few minutes this morning. That was loud, but it was meant to be loud. A decision that you made, whether it was recently in the past, or months ago, it was the right decision. Let me put these readers on. I can't say. Hi, Rachel. How are you? It was the right decision. It was the right decision for you. It was solid. It was something that's so that you can get on track, so that you can move forward, so that you can have clarity. It also brings the whole matter to justice. Bottom of the deck, we have the moon. See, something wasn't seen regarding this relationship. Something was off. Somebody wasn't telling you the truth about something. Somebody was hiding something. It was just off. You know how sometimes you're in a place and something kind of seems a little surreal? Like, am I missing something? Hey, Poseidon, the Dawn, how are you? Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know how something just seems like, am I missing something? Like, and you sit there and you rack your brain about, damn, what was it what was it? You know, you go over and over and over like you did something only to find out you didn't do anything because you're convinced you looked at yourself. This is why something had to end. This is why you had to end something. Because you know what? Somebody was trying to play little games on you. They were trying to trick you out of something. They were trying to make it seem like you were losing your mind. They were trying to make it seem like you was the one that was causing the chaos, the calamity, the heartbreak. You know, like you was the problem. You were the problem. That's how somebody tried to make it seem. Or maybe it wasn't just one person. There could have been several people. Yeah, this was several people that worked together, trying to make something seem like you were doing something when you weren't. You know, you just wanted something to work out. You wanted something to be balanced out. You saw somebody or a whole situation as a wish fulfillment. You looked at this whole thing and you thought, yeah, you talked highly about these people, this person, this situation. You talked highly about it. You put in positive energy. You spoke good words. You put wonderful, loving thoughts into the ethers. There was something that you was doing that was right, that these people or this person was benefiting off of. Hey, Hypsee, how are you? And as long as you did that, as long as you kept putting, your best out there, your love, your dedication, your loyalty, as long as you kept praying, that God bless me so I can be a blessing to everybody else, then it was like things were going in the favor of, whether this is a mother, a grandmother, somebody in your family that was older than you, that you may have wanted to look up to, but now you see that was not the person that you should have looked up to. Hey, straight cheese. This is the person that was sitting here bad-mouthing you, spreading gossip, spreading lies, doing all this snake shit behind your back, and then watching as people attacked you verbally, mentally, spiritually, financially, even physically. This is the person who was doing all this bullshit and then watching to see how it affected you. Hey, Judy, let me put these glasses on. Hey, Jude likes, how are you? You know, somebody, they thought that you was a fool because you kept trying, because you kept putting out good energy, because you kept praying to God to bless you so that you could be a blessing to others. Somebody thought that you was foolish. They even said, I would not have done this that damn long. It could have been that person. I would not have put my all in it like that. I would have gave him 1 or 2 times, and then after that, I would have said, fuck him. But because you have a pure heart, you didn't give up. Because you're not somebody that's weak, you didn't give up. Because you were somebody that's loving, you did not give up. Now the thing is, you're getting your wish fulfillment by yourself. You're accomplishing things on your own. You got everything that you need. And you know what? It's like you're not even worrying about those people, because now you see clearly how those people never worried about you. They never worried about you. You even thought that this father figure was going to come in and save the day. Like this person was going to say something to clear it all out. You know, you even thought that, you know, they can clearly see what this other person is doing. They can clearly see how I'm being used, misused, abused, how I'm being ridiculed, how I'm being unfairly treated. You thought that somebody would stand up and say, hey, that's enough. But that's not what happened either. You had to learn how to protect yourself from all these attacks. You had to learn how to make sure that you was protected, not just from this abuser, but you had to learn how to protect yourself from the minions as well. All them fucking flying monkeys. You know, and they sat there and they gossiped about you. They talked about you. And when they rallied around you, it was not to lift you up. They rallied around you to tear you down. They felt like you didn't know what the fuck you was talking about when you was saying it. You knew exactly what you was talking about. Very logical. You discerned their spirits. You discerned what they was trying to do. You knew that they was even lying on you. They was even whenever you was telling the 100% truth, they was going behind your back saying, no, they collective was lying, because they didn't want anybody else to know how wrong they was treating you, how they was abusing you, how they was misusing you. They didn't want anyone else to know that you was the scapegoat. You was the black sheep. You was the one that they chose to emotionally dump on. They didn't want anybody else to know. They wanted everybody else to be confused and think that you was the only one that was confused in the family. They wanted people to think that you was slow. They wanted people to think that you didn't know what the hell you was talking about when you was the one that was living the experience. Hey, Tia. So now, Judgment Day has come. That day has arrived. And it's not even the day that you were like, ha ha, finally got my way, ha ha. It's not even that. Because even with that, you still feel a certain type of melancholy on the inside. You feel a certain type of regret, like, why couldn't they just love me like I was trying to love on them? Why couldn't they just do me right like I was doing them? Why couldn't they support me? You know, all these questions as to why. See, the thing is, somebody didn't realize, they didn't see that them trying to curse you, them trying to be some type of magician over you, some type of warlock, they didn't see how that was going to affect them. And now it's affecting them. Now somebody wants to come and they want to give you this apology. Now they're ready to put their feet in the water and to feel something emotionally. This horse has his foot in the water. Now that they're feeling their feelings. You know, and this is after trying to take you down, after trying to trap you, after trying to unalive you. And now somebody's been caught because the lies just ain't lying no more. What they thought that they was going to be able to do to you is coming back on them. Hey, Jane Doe. Everybody is seeing you for who you truly are. Someone that's loving. Someone that's kind. Someone that's gentle. You mean good for people. You want everyone to win. You want people to see everyone at their best as opposed to trying to take them down and act like they are always at their worst. Because you know that everybody has good days and everybody has other than good days. Hey, James and Biscuit, how are you? See, conversation has been going around. Messages are flying fast about somebody who has closed out a cycle or somebody else who's stuck in a cycle. Somebody who's finally learning their lesson. Hey, Warrior CC. Someone is finally learning their fucking lesson. For fucking with you when you ain't ever fucked with them. For coming after you when you never even sent for them. For trying to do you wrong when you always did them right. You stood up for somebody. You spoke truth about this person. Even when somebody was sitting here trying to lie on this person, you said, that's not how it happened. The truth is, you put the truth out there. Someone is finally getting what they deserve, just like you're getting what you deserve. Hey, Feruz, how are you? Hi, Linda. Yeah, see, somebody didn't realize that they was going to be so overburdened because they was trying to control a whole situation, only to find out that they lost control of everything. And now the part that they was trying to control, that's the same fire that they are burning inside of. They tried to burn you to set you on fire so that all of your shit just burned to the ground. But they are experiencing that, not you. See, you're coming out on top. You were coming out as the winner. And the thing is, it was never even a contest for you. You were just trying to live your life. You were just trying to, can I get along? Can we get along? Can we get in where we fit in? You were just trying to be you. But somebody, they didn't like that. They felt awkward. They felt like, how could, because maybe they didn't know themselves. Maybe they didn't like themselves. It was time somebody went within And they started thinking about everything that they started doing. They had to go through this dark night of the soul. They had to deal with themselves. And what they found out about themselves, they did not like. Because that's when they found out that, you know what? They're not a good person. Some people have to realize that they are not good people. Hey, Malcolm. Some people have to realize that they may have a good streak in them, but in the core of them, just because of the shit that they do, they are not good people. They're not kind. They're not generous. They're not fair. They don't have compassion. They don't have empathy. They don't have anything except if it's directed towards them. That's when they feel like, oh, it's good. It's all good. But whenever it's got to be the sunshine has to be shining on somebody else, oh, they don't like that. Hey, Shaylin. Somebody else had to realize that all those witchy ways, it's left them out in the cold. This could have been a sister. You know, sister, stepsister, half-sister, cousin, somebody that was doing you wrong, somebody that was adding fuel to the fucking fire. That person is now regretting every fucking thing that they did. Now they realize that they're no better off than you. In fact, when they look at you and they compare it to them, they realize how they fuck themselves trying to fuck you. You have always been the spiritual one. You've always been the one that it seemed like things just all of a sudden worked out in your favor. The one that was always looked at as, you know, the one that sat on the right-hand side of God. The one that, you know, you didn't say a lot, but you felt the energy. You saw through things. You prophesied through things. You was the one that if somebody had a dream and they would tell you about the dream, you would say, to me, it feels like your dream meant this. Or you would even be the one to say, wait a minute, be careful, because I just saw, or I just feel, you know, whether it was, excuse me, y'all, visions, whether you had these feelings, you know, whether it was you being clairvoyant, clairaudient, you know, you could even, it's people were like, damn, like, you know how you're having a conversation with somebody and then you finish their sentence or they stop talking and you still finish their sentence and they're like, how did you know what I was going to say? That's you. Those were your gifts. People saw that you've always had those types of gifts. People saw that was always you. And that was almost like something else that they wanted to hold against you. But now people are seeing they should not have held anything against you. They should have tried to work with you. It's almost like, you know, you have something and you're looking at it and you throw it over here, you throw it in the top of the closet, it's sitting on the floor one day you feel like you lost it, only to find out after you do some spring cleaning, oh, here it is. So you kind of put it in the drawer, or, you know, you was going to give it away to somebody, but they was like, nah, I don't want that. You know, and so it's just kind of sitting in your house somewhere, only to find out one day you're watching a YouTube video or some type of show and they're talking about rare and precious metals or rare and precious antiques and what's something, and they're looking for the last one of these, you know, this, that, and the other, these plates or these little statues. It's the confirmation that's worth millions. It's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And you're looking and you're like, damn, that looked like my little thing that I got. That looked like that little thing, that little statue that I was And you finally you almost can't even find it again. You find it, you dig it out, you dust it off, you see how dirty it is, you get something and you clean it off and you take it down to some type of antique shop and they're like, oh my God, do you know what this is? This is worth $10 billion. This is the last part of that collection that we've been looking for. This is is that. And you're like, oh my God, I almost gave it away. Oh my God, I didn't even care where it was. It's like you're realizing how you mistreated something that was worth more than its weight in the most precious metals, golds, bullion, cryptocurrency, whatever. That's what these people are realizing today. What they actually fucking fumbled. Something that's worth more than what they could have ever imagined. Now they're thinking about everything that they did, all the actions that they took, and they are so distraught. They're thinking about all the plans that they made to do you dirty, to take you down, to talk bad about you, and they can't sleep. Those motherfuckers are distraught, as they should be. Hey, Roland, how are you? Now somebody is looking at everything totally differently. And they're thinking about what they actually invested in as opposed to what they should have spent their time doing. This person is seeing you as something rare, worth more than what they could have ever imagined. There's nothing that's more precious than you. There is nothing that's more valuable than you. There is nothing on this earth that can replace you. They're realizing they lose you, they lose themselves. Hey, Observer 88 Tyrell, how are you? Somebody, it's like they realize now what they have to do. They realize exactly what they got to do. And it's like they have to make right by you. They have to. There's no way to get around this. You know, it's like you were God sent for this person to accomplish something. You were the one that was the catalyst. You are the catalyst. They're realizing this now. This whole family is realizing how they held back from you, how they tried to hurt you, how they tried to disrespect you, disregard you, only to find out that you are the catalyst. You're the only one, the one and only one, that if they are to make it to the finish line, it is because of you. If you're not there, they are not ever going to be there. They realize you are backed by all your ancestors, spirit guides, earth angels, archangels, heavenly angels. They realize how much of a gift you are. And this person these people, not just a person, these people are thinking about all the fuck shit that they did and how they fucking ruined their house, their life, their family, their business. All because of some immature actions that somebody thought that they could take. And now they're watching everything crumble. Because you know what? Now they realize you are the catalyst. You are that missing piece. You are the most valuable piece that there is. Somebody's going to try and send you some type of message. They want to come see you. They want to come talk to you. They may want to visit you. Hey, Red Violet, somebody wants to send you a message now. Now that they have some type of clarity. Now they have some type of clarity about this solid decision that you made. When you decided, I have had the fuck enough of this abuse. And you walked away. You separated yourself. You did what you had to do for you. And whenever they sat there and watched everything start to crumble, that's when they started to wake the fuck up. You had to defend, it's like defending yourself or standing up for yourself. The way that you did it, though, is you let everybody know that you're not an option that's going to be easily replaced. It's like they can't just go out and find another one of you. If they only made 12 of them and they have 11, don't you think they're going to look for that 12th one? Especially if they know that the 11 that they have is worth this much. But that 12th one alone is worth this much. And if they have all 12, then they got this much. Don't you think they're going to look for that 12th one? You know, it's like you had to stop talking. You had to put down your swords. You had to do whatever it was that you needed to do for you because you just needed the truth to come out. You had to stop convincing everybody how valuable you was. You had to stop doing so much for everybody who was not even trying to do for you. You had to, like I said, you had to take up for yourself because they weren't doing you right. In fact, they were arguing about who got to do you wrong. But whenever you decided that I'm done, you got the last say. Now everybody else is getting what they deserve. You felt yours. Your heart has been broken for a long time. But now your heart is healing. And it's time for them to feel everything that they wanted you to feel. It's like, somebody or a few people wanted to have you in this perpetual state of having to answer to a mistake. And this is not even saying that this is a mistake that you made. This is just something that they put on you. But instead of them sitting here saying, okay, well, wait a minute, even if they did feel that you slighted them some way, even if they did feel that you made a mistake in doing something, at some point, you got to let that shit go. At some point, it's time for that shit to forget about it, because you know what? You can't bring the past back. All you can do is move forward to the future. So it's kind of like somebody didn't want to let something the fuck go. I see you, fairies. Somebody did not want to let something the fuck go. Drive safely, Red Violet. Yeah, somebody, they want to apologize. They want to bring you a little gift. They want to bring something, They want to apologize. They want to something from the past. They want to forget something from the past. They want to go ahead and let that shit lie. Let that shit die down. Let that shit go. Because they know it's not worth it. And what they was trying to hold over your head time and time and time again and beat you up for over and over and over again and make you just be in this, I'm sorry, I told you, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. When they look at everything in the big scheme of things, it was nothing that they should have even been doing that for. Nothing. Hey, Melissa. This is something that they shouldn't even have been tripping off of. This is something that, hey, if they thought about it, they could have talked to you about it, and you would have told them from you, since it involved you, how you felt or what happened, and then they would have been able to let that shit go. But instead, they want to talk to these old, raw dog, dumb motherfuckers who don't know a motherfucking thing, who wasn't even there, and get their take on it. And you know what their take was? Lies, hidden alibis. Their take was, let's just bring collective down. Let's destroy the collective. This is what we've been waiting on. This is what we've been wanting. It is the collective don't feel loved, needed, wanted, respected. This is what they was doing. That's why, this person kept on. And every time this person tried to let this go, they was like, no, because you remember what we talked about with collective, because collective, and collective, and it was like they just bringing it up more and more and more. And somebody just like, oh yeah, that's right. Hey, Ness. Now this person realizes, you know what? That you spoke the truth. You told them at some point what had gone on. You told them at some point what really went down. You told them the truth about this, that, or the other. And now they're realizing that you spoke the truth. It's just that this person's heart was closed off. They realize this now. After you left. Now they realized after you left how much you'd done for them, how much you meant to them, how much you'd given to them. Excuse me. How much you would sacrifice yourself for them. No questions asked. No repayment needed. I'm doing this from my heart. I'm doing this because I love you. I'm helping you out because I understand what the struggle is about. This person realizes now that they were wrong. Instead of them letting some shit go, instead of them asking you the truth and sticking by what you said, since it was you that was involved in it, they listened to some dumb motherfuckers who got them fucked up. Now they want to balance this whole situation out because they are feeling left out in the cold. Because now they're lost. Now they feel that they don't have a fucking clue. Now they're the one who's taking the brunt of all the blame. Now they have assumed the emotional garbage can position that you once held for a long ass time until you walked the fuck away. Now they get it. Now they finally fucking get it. Be careful who you choose as your friends. Be careful who you decide that you want to be just like them. Be careful about all the gossip that you listen to. Now they get it. Like I said, someone they want to apologize for acting so young, for being so immature, for acting so insecure, for not having faith in you, not having their heart chakra open, not thinking for themselves, not believing in God, not having any faith. They want to apologize because they know that they was wrong. And they've stopped blaming you for some shit that you could never even control when it came to some lying motherfuckers. They want to work on this entire relationship. They want to work on showing you how much they love you, which is what you deserve. It is what you deserve. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Okay. Judgment has been called. Yes. Can't make this up. Judgment has been called on this entire family. They ain't getting away with shit. They ain't getting away with the damn thing. They thought they was going to get away with something. Judgment has been called on them. God said, I want to hear what you got to say. This is going to be good. Let me go ahead, speak up. Say it in my good ear so I can really hear this bullshit that you're talking about. You know, how they decided that they was going to hold back from you. How they was not going to give you what you deserve whenever you was the most important piece, when you were the one that was here to break the fucking family generational motherfucking curse. God said, I want to hear this shit. I want to hear it. Speak up. Speak up. God's asking them to explain all of this. All of it. And guess what? The motherfuckers ain't got no fucking words. None. It's funny how they had all the words and say this and say that whenever they was doing the fuck shit. But now that the fuck shit has come back on them, guess what? They ain't got no motherfucking words. They can't say shit, diddly, squat, poop, shit, nothing. And whoever thought that they was going to sit here and hold you accountable over and over and over and over and over and over for some shit that had been done with, oh, that person got to pay. That person's got to pay. Whoever thought that they was going to have somebody else sit in your position, oh, that person got something to pay too. Whoever thought that they was not going to be held accountable for not coming to your rescue, for allowing an abuser to abuse you time and time and time again and being some bystander who, though I don't see anything, that motherfucker got something to pay too. They all got something to pay. You was there to help their dumbasses, but they was too dumb to realize it. They were so busy about trying to bring war to you. They were so busy about trying to take you down that they couldn't see that, you know what? Without you, nothing was going to happen. Without you, things was not going to go their way. Like I said, now they can't explain shit. Now that they can't talk about it. They can't explain. Well, what I really meant was, because the Most High is like, no, that don't even sound right. I'm going to give you another opportunity to say it again. Say it with your full chest this time. They can't even lie their way out of it. Spirit says, say it with your full chest this time. But you about to say it again. Say it like you meant it whenever you said it to my earth angel. Say it like you meant it when you said it to my collective, my child. What's the message? Exactly, Roland. People use what other people are going through as a ladder to come up. What's that? What else, Spirit? What else? See, now when they being called out on the rug, because see, when you think that you the big brown, the bad Leroy Brown, baddest man in the whole damn town. When you think that you that one, only to find out you not, that's when you get embarrassed. That's when you want to sit your ass the fuck down, when you should have sat your ass the fuck down a long fucking time ago. Hi, invisible, invisible. How are you? And wait, let me see. Hold on. All right, 88, I got you. Invisible, not invisible. Yes, it is time to take several seats. Yep. And now somebody want to change their whole position. Oh, did you think that I meant that? Oh, no. I meant this. I meant that. Got your chips, see? Oh, we must have had a misunderstanding. Now somebody want to talk about how they want to change sides. It must have just been a misunderstanding. Now they want to talk about, well, I did come to their defense. I said, you know what? Hey, stop talking about them like that. When they didn't. Now they want to act like, oh no, no, somebody else acted alone, but they didn't. Now they want to talk about how much they loved you, but they didn't. See, it's different whenever the conversation is going around and they find themselves out in the cold. They find themselves the one that's being talked about. It's different then, especially whenever somebody's like, well, you didn't see that? Like, you didn't know? Like, you couldn't tell? This was the kindest, the sweetest, most gentle person. This is, collective. He used to do this for everybody. She used to do that for everybody. You didn't know? You couldn't tell? Wait, what was it that you didn't see? That's what people want to know. What is it that you did not see? They didn't see how protected you were by the Most High. They didn't see how special you were by the Most High. They thought that talking about you was going to get everybody to think just like they thought about you. Now somebody sees everything totally different. Now they see that you are that rising star. You are a indigo child. You are a star seed. And they are suffering. They see they sacrifice themselves. They sacrifice their whole lineage just because they thought that they were somebody that they weren't. Now somebody's realizing that their entire family, the family members, they stuck in a cycle, a toxic cycle that they cannot get out of. They fucked up their entire lineage coming for a starseed. All right, y'all, let's go ahead. We're going to swing the pendulum and then we're going to grab some numbers. We only have 3 numbers that I saw today, 16, 88, and 73. We're going to do a different type of game because it's so hard. It's like we've only had Shaylin there was 2 people that won. One hasn't claimed her project, but Shaylin also won 82. All right, Melissa. Let's swing the pendulum. Think of your question. All right, which way is the pendulum going to swing, Spirit? Looks like it's swinging yes. Yep, but looks like it is swinging yes. All right, y'all, let's see. Let's go ahead and yeah, Shaylin won a few days ago. All right, we got some numbers. Let's see. We have a 74. Oh, so close. Somebody guessed a 73. What else? We have a 40. Nope, there was no 40 that was guessed. We have a 49. Nope. What else? A 43. Nope. Damn. And then 86. 86 and 9. 86. Oh, we had an 82 and an 88. Okay. Oh, headlines never stuck. We didn't guess 57 either. Hey, Demita, how are you? All right, y'all. We'll grab a couple more. Then I'm gonna jump off of here and go to do my straight 8. We got 30. Nope. 57. Let me see. Hey, Jesky. 79. Nope. Damn. 87. Nope. And last one for today, 83. Damn, we have an 82. Nope. All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to think of a different way to win, because this is hard. We've only had 2 people. I love you more, Bianca. I love you more. All right, y'all. I love each and every one of you. I'm getting ready to jump off of here. I love you too, Sasha. You won, Bianca? What number did you guess? Oh, Bianca got 86. Did I say 86? Let me see. Okay. My 2 phones got stolen with my membership. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, Bianca. 82. All right. So Bianca won the bracelet. Bianca, my email address is, she won the brown and red tiger's eye bracelet. Okay. So my email address is spiritangel, SPIRITANGEL 1111 at gmail.com. And just email me so I know where to send your prize. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me see. Tomorrow we have this black onyx bracelet. Yeah, we got a black onyx bracelet, and then we have another bracelet after that. Okay. And like I said, the winner of the stroller tarot, if they don't email me, then I'm going to put it back on the giveaway. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much. I love you all. I might see you this evening. I might not. I love you all. And if I don't see you this evening, I'll definitely see you in the morning. All right. Have a wonderful day. Bye now.